Good, and we'll roll up together. We'll issue Thursday salutations. Welcome, Bay Area friends. It's good to see you. Welcome to my YouTube friends joining in. If you're brand new and you're not familiar with what's going on, welcome aboard. Cheers. This is a yoga channel devoted to yoga for everybody, especially yoga for 50 plus minus, which apparently is everybody, but I think you get my drift. But this is Thursday night yin, restorative, relax, take some time. We do a lot of frisky yoga. I'm simulcasting here from the Bay Area, and not only did I have a yoga studio, I still teach in public quite frequently, and I love huffing and puffing and moving and jumping and pushing and kicking and all that stuff. But Thursday, I've completely devoted to deep cushion restorative yoga. So I do invite you to go do this on your bed if you want, but I'm going to leave that up to my students. But if you're brand new, why not just like and subscribe in advance? Push that button. It's very good for your dexterity. Anyway, close your eyes for a moment and simply feel your breath at the tip of your nose. Just for 1 minute, breath goes in, breath goes out. It's a great way to slow down, settle the movement of the mind. Yoga is the calming of the disturbance of the mind. Not in a hurry on Thursday. Good, now we'll chant Om together, which is an ancient time-honored technique to bring us into vibrational resonance with the peace of the universe. Nice big inhale. Good peace on earth, goodwill to all beings everywhere. By the way, I'm back from Yosemite Valley these last couple of days. I've been scouting for a new yoga retreat location for next spring. I'm always on the lookout. And so I'm humbled being in Yosemite Valley. No matter how many times you've been there, I almost burst into tears every time I see it. But I'm fortified with hope and faith that all is well in the universe when I go there, no matter what our human vagaries are. And so I'm ready, but I'm exhausted from the trip and the driving. So I'm really ready to do some restorative yoga. Just a little bit of joint juice tonight, then we'll go right into restorative poses. Shoulders, 1, 2. If you're brand new, I do this every class, at least 5-10 minutes of joint juice. It might be all that most people really need to do if they would just move their joints around a little bit. 6, 7. Other way. I looked at 4 different venues up near Yosemite. Got some great ideas, information, inspiration. I hope you'll come with me next spring. 5, 6. 7 and 8. Good, inhale. If you're brand new, you haven't done yoga, you're just willing to give it a try, I think you'll find these movements highly natural, intuitive, spontaneous. We don't put our feet behind the head. That's Monday's class. And out. You might find even just a couple of minutes of this. Maybe you're watching this recorded and you decided to give it a go, and there's 1,000 of my videos on YouTube, Upward Spiral Yoga YouTube channel, and you just want to feel a little better. And out. Good. Take my head around. 1, 2. Beautiful rainy day. Great night to be indoors, huddled in with your cats, dogs, Gila monsters. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. I think my big black puma cat, he should be in a moment. He has a wonderful place to do yoga up on his new shelf. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Relax your head down for 10 seconds. Stop thinking, cool your jets. Everything is always working out. Get out of our own way. Breathe. Good. Now, I know for a lot of friends, especially if you're just watching, tuning in anew, sitting with your legs crossed on the floor is a challenge, but whatever it is, switch it around the other way. If your knees are really high, and this is why you don't do yoga, put your butt up on a blanket. It'll just help you to lean forward a little bit. We're just going to do one forward fold. And that means an inch forward if you're very tight. If you come all the way down and lay your face all the way down on the floor, but it's not competitive, it's not comparative, it's restorative. A willingness to slow down the movement of the mind. Let thinking settle like ripples on a pond in the wintertime. When the pond gets still, the reflection is, well, it's a perfect mirror, isn't it? Relax your head. If you're quite flexible and you do come all the way down, more prana to you. I like getting my elbows down and just resting my hands into my forehead. Good. On your next inhale, come on up. Now to get our hips from the other angle with our legs back to our original cross, instead of leaning forward, I'm going to lean back onto my hands and just elevate my buns. Mild, medium, or stretchy, but it's Thursday, so it's not Cirque du Soleil-esque. Good. And sink down. Now here's one of the things we do have time for on Thursday night yoga, and that is taking my right fingers to the back left corner of my head, tilting my head to the right, stretching all of this, and then dropping my chin, tilt, drop, never yanking, or just gentle, slow, patient drawing of my head to the right, and also dropping my chin. This radiates from the base of my skull all the way deep into my neck, back, and shoulders, underneath my shoulder blade, deep down my back. Relax your face, close your eyes, soften your mouth. Good. Now tilt your head back up. Left finger's back right corner. First, I tilt, then drop. When I drop a little bit, I can usually tilt, and then it's tilt, drop, tilt, drop. We're not in a hurry to get to the next better thing, or if we are, we cool that. Especially good to relax the jaw, throat, mouth, teeth, gums, all that area that grits, clasps, clutches, constricts, let it go. One of the real fruits of this kind of yoga is patience, giving time, especially for the busy type A plus personality. Those in the fast lane racing toward the graveyard. I was passed by many such people on my drive to Yosemite. Good, we'll click our head back up. Excellent. Now, I know for a lot of friends, if you're crispy in Cleveland, this is a worldwide audience. Some can't even get their hands down to the floor. If that's the case, you can always just put your hands together and bring your hands up into preacher pose like this. Preacher pose, upside down. This gives you the same stretch if your hands don't reach down here. I got a million ways to do everything. Preacher, upside down, pull hands up, dorsiflexion, or down here. Drop your chin, close your eyes if you're doing the pause on the mat. Here's my favorite of all my instructions, just stop thinking. About 5 more minutes of joint juice, and then we'll be into the sumptuous, dreamy, creamy, restorative yoga. All right. Now, right arm out, in, external rotation, in. As I get it warmed up, it turns a little more. Maybe you haven't done this. You're just tuning in. You've been watching politics or something ridiculous on YouTube, and God sent you the algorithm to take care of yourself and your body. So it's like, wow, I can actually do this kind of yoga. Now, here's all the internal rotation that I've got. Arm behind my back. This might be it if you're brand new. I bring the hand up my back. Now, this might be off limits, but I'm putting my Apple Watch in my armpit. And then can I reach all the way and grab my right elbow? If you can't, this will give you palmar stretch of your wrist. If you can grab your elbow, carefully bring it into your side. Don't overdo this. Don't underdo it. Just do it. If you're brand new, just follow along my sequence. Go as far as you can. That's what I do with my online drum teacher. He's the #1 drum teacher in the world online, and he has all these exercises, and every day I just do what I can, and then I get to the point where I can't, and every day I can do a little more, along with his million other students. Good, now I take this paw out. The whole arm feels better. In, out, lot of in, lot of out. Your body's cheering. Now all the internal rotation, hand behind the back, arm behind the back. This might be it. Stretches your shoulder, wrist, bring the hand up. Oh, it only goes to there. After a while, it'll pack into your armpit like this. I call this half chicken pose. Now, maybe you can do this, but the elbow is too far away, so this will be fine. Grab the elbow if you can. Carefully draw it in. Drop your chin. Plenty of time. Good. Okay, now I think you all can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gentle shake. Wow, I was up at 6,000 feet earlier today. A lot of snow up there. Boy, was it cold. I was at one resort location and it was like, I think I'm going to come down a couple thousand feet. Good. Wave your hands up and down. It's fun to scout for yoga retreat locations. Cup your hands at your heart. We are calm and peaceful souls. Good. Now, just our feet, and then we'll move into the restorative. So left leg out, cross your right ankle over. If you can't get your ankle up over your knee, boy, are you in the right place. I'm so glad you arrived. Crank your ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you can get your ankle outside of your knee, you could always start to bring your foot in like that. See that? You might be so tight, it's like, oh my God, I don't know what happened. It's not coming in. And then you just slide in like that. And I push into my hands, press my chest forward, open up my third eye with my foot. This is a nice little stretch. I can even lean back into my wrists and get some nice forearm stretch. Again, I'm on a mission from God to bring yoga to people who maybe think that they can't, or they can't necessarily do the yoga magazine stuff. You can do something. Good. Extend this out. Stick them both out. Put this one over unless you can't. And if you can't, come to all these classes. Grab your foot. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. If you got here, maybe you can lean back and, that right foot, it starts to slide in. It's like, boy, at least I can get to here. Bring it in as far as you can. And then slide your bum into your right heel. You can push your chest forward for more hip. You can lean back into your elbows for a wrist and forearm stretch. You can scratch your third eye open with your left big toe. Bunch of fun stuff to do here. Good. Stretch them out. All right, now I'm breaking out my yoga props. Yoga props are blocks, blankets, and bolsters. Oh my. Lions, tigers, and bears, blocks, bolsters, and blankets. So we're going to do some restorative yoga because I need it, but it's pretty easy for me to take my knees out wide and just lay really flat. My knees are wide, my booty is down, my crotch is down. I am just laying so flat that I can lay on one ear or the other. But if you can't do that, just go to the couch and get the biggest cushion up off of the couch. I mean, here's almost a bit of an exaggeration, but not really. Your knees are really tight. You just lean up on something really tall like this. After a while, your ankles, knees, and hips will open up. And we give it some time. That's why I like this softer surface that I'm on. That's way too much lift for me. But this isn't bad when I've had a long day. I just pull this into the undercarriage. And now my head and my hips are more aligned. Obviously, the trouble is if the knees and the hips are very tight, you're very up high. And if you come down, your booty is really high. I just want you to find a way to do child's pose, this is called, for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Right now I'm on my right ear. I could go to my left ear. I could slide my hands underneath me so I can reach down and kind of grab my ankles. Anyway, I think you get the idea. This is restorative yin yoga. I do recommend doing this on a cushion, a very soft yoga mat, and even your bed. This actually can feel good. It can feel calming. It can feel peaceful. It can feel nurturing, soothing, loving, caring, calming. Good. Now, since I'm on the one ear, I'm just going to move it over to the other one. Widening my knees, dropping my buns, sinking my hips down into my heels. Good, my friends. See how we spend, if you're brand new, see how we spend 2-3 minutes. It really, really stimulates your parasympathetic rest and relaxation response. Now, if you're brand new and tight, you may not be able to do this, but I'll typically offer a counter pose. So I just get that out of the way. I get my knees and my feet on this softer surface. I bring my hands behind me and just lift up your butt as high as you can. Stretch the front of your body, which most adult humans don't do. Really, really good for you. Good, you guys. All right, now I'm getting out of that. Now after that, here's the same pose, just kind of seated, knees out wide, kind of wagging my knees a little bit. After a while, once your hips, knees, and groins start to open up, you can give them a little bit of a shake. I like to push my knees all the way down. Good. Now, I'm going to take one of my big pillowy bolsters and put it back here behind me, because in a moment, I'm going to need it. Just because I teach yoga, I'm as tight as the next guy when it comes to certain poses. But I'm sitting like this. I'm going to take my right knee and fold it up over my left knee. See that? Now I've got this bolster behind me, and chances are, if you're older than 40 or 50, if you get your knees to one side, leaning back and leaning all the way on your back is a big problem, which is why I just put this bolster behind me, and maybe you can only come down to one elbow, or just lay it out all the way on your back. Now, if you can't do this, just put more stuff underneath you and you'll be able to lean back a little bit. Put my left ankle underneath my right ankle. Now, if you ask your grandkids to do this pose, it's embarrassingly easy. But chances are, if you've made it to 20 or 30, kneeling over to one side and leaning back, it's surprising how much of this most humans have lost. It's a twist, hip flexor opener, opens your quads, releases your lower back, settles the shoulders. And it's a very simple pose, but if it's not for you, if this is like, wow, this is really trouble, then the good news is you can do very simple variations like this with a lot of stuff underneath you. And you can go into your bedroom, lay on your bed, and you'll be surprised at the additional capacity that you have. Of course, if you're pretty flexible, your knees come all the way down, you cross your ankles, you lay all the way on your back, your arms are back over your head. Truly, more power to you. It's a cool thing. My breath is moving more down toward my belly button, taking my time. My breath is slowing down. All right, now I'm bringing my head up first, then my torso. And again, I almost always offer a counter pose, which is my paws behind me and really lifting the booty. Good, then sink down. Come out of that. Now I'm moving my bolster over to the other side if you need it, or two bolsters or 18 blankets. Knees, feet are here, knees are here. This knee crosses over. I cross my ankles as a little helper. My bolster is right behind me. And if you're 12 years old and can flop on your back with immunity and impunity, I think you should. Or you can just take your time, lean back slow, and easy does it. It's Thursday. My spine just went crack, crack, crack. Spent 6 hours in the car today. If a pose is a challenge, it brings you sort of to the edge of your range of motion and you feel yourself gripping and breathing a little quick and choppy, well, then we put that to good use. We slow the breath, we calm the mind, we pay attention to sensation, we give ourselves a chance to deepen in. This is yoga. This is not a video game. This is real life, real bodies, real feelings, real nervous system, real flesh, blood, and bones. Good, big inhale together. Exhale, release it. All right, I'm bringing my torso back up. I'm putting my paws behind me and just lifting up my hips, a stretch most people don't do ever. Good, then sink down. Okay, get our legs back out in front. Take my friendly bolster off to the side. Now here is one of the top 5 most important poses. Extend your legs. You can use hands or fists, whatever feels best. Hands behind, feet in, bottoms up. Good. Now sink down. Now, in a moment, we're just going to do a restorative squat pose. Squatting is another one of the 5 major positions. If you cannot squat, if your body that doesn't work anymore, you can. Here's a squat on your back. Block underneath my head, knees in, grabbing my knees. You're very tight, your knees barely come in. We want to get more and more compression, knees together, knees pull in, tight little ball. This is a squat on the back. If your feet, ankles, knees, hips, mind, brain, nervous system, bank account don't allow squatting on your feet no more. So that's the given. Now, if you can squat, all I'm going to do, I like my knees and my hips hip distance apart. I roll back. And again, one of the great restorative of all poses, just squatting. Now, for a lot of humans, this isn't anything. I squat all day long. I squat when I play chess, when I eat, when I yada, yada, yada. But believe it or not, most adults, most people over 30 or 40, just can't squat for any period of time whatsoever. So that's why I showed you how to do it on your back. Now, when I'm doing this on my 3-inch cushion, it's like doing it on a bed. My ankles, feet, shins, calves get this deep, deep stretch that just your body can't get any other way. We are designed to squat for a great number of bodily functions, movements, positions. And if you can't squat, we come up with all these horrible compensations that aren't good for us. Good. Now, lastly, this is just for some of my bendier friends. If you can bring your knees down with your toes folded under and just sit back on your folded under toes. The sciatic nerve runs it's the longest nerve of the body, runs all the way down to the end of your foot, your big toe. And for most people, if that nerve line is dead, a whole host of unpleasant things happens. So this pose, kneeling with your toes folded under, sitting on your heels, I call it little kid pose. You see little kids doing this all the time when they're, well, I was going to say playing, but now when they're on their iPhones. And frankly, this isn't my favorite, but I don't want to lose the capacity of my feet. So I want nerve energy going down there. Good. Now, if you got this far, I just want you to turn your feet over. And we kind of started here. Do you remember we kind of started here, knees wide on my hands? Really want, see this? Pelvic thrusting, lift up. We all need to have this range of motion. Good. Now, sink out of that. Get out of that. Just being able to sit on the ground, move around in all these different postures. Of course, this is child's play, literally, for kids. But adults, to be on the floor, moving around like we're playing Twister with one another, this is really, really a sign of chronological youth amongst those of us who are barely over 50. Now, we're going to do a laying on the back twist, which is really deeply restorative. So I always put a blanket underneath my neck, which goes back here. Tonight we're going to do the version where the neck is supported. I move over to the right side. My right knee comes in. My right knee comes all the way over. Now this is positively ecstatic and blissful done on the bed or on this surface, but if all you got is your hardwood floor, then that's just going to have to do it. Now I'm letting my right shoulder open up. And we'll do this. This can't be rushed, at least 2-3 minutes, maybe 4 on this side. But I cannot emphasize enough, without this blanket underneath my neck, my head is hanging in space. The head has got to be supported. Every breath, every exhale is an invitation. Every exhalation is an invitation to release into the bodily prayer a little more. Never forcing, but accommodating, allowing. Now my right shoulder's all the way down, right elbow's down. Just the health benefits of letting the breathing slow down, moving into the diaphragmatic belly breathing. Incalculable benefit to our nervous system, psyche, blood pressure, physiology, digestion, mood, disposition. Less pharmaceuticals, more breathing, movement, and yoga. Good, really big inhale all together around the world. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good job, you guys. Knee comes back up. Both feet pull in. As I get my feet down, I can push into my feet. That obviously assists me in sliding over to the left side of my yoga mat. Now that I'm on the left side, the left knee comes in. I like to take my knee around in a circle, especially when I've been driving on my butt all day. Just open up my behind from sitting. Wish I had a self-driving Tesla, but pretty soon. Now, I'm taking my knee and now I'm whooping it all the way over, down and to the right. My left shoulder lifts. I'm very much emphasizing that that's okay. Plumping up the blanket underneath my right ear, moving my right lung over, pinning my knee down, and now the patience, calm, of letting my left shoulder drop. Left hand supported, no rush. Breath slows down, eyes closed, as the body finds its own level, melts into the shape. Our bodies have great wisdom of healing and restoring if we'll give them the time, the space, the poses, the prayers to do it. And in the calm and in the peace, great inspiration, new ideas, problems solved that seem like knots that will never let go. It's taken 2-3 minutes to get my left chest, left shoulder to drop all the way down. And that's okay because that's why we're taking our time. Good. Now, very big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Boy, does that feel good. Okay, bringing my knee back up, planting my feet, sliding my booty over, bringing myself up to my full 6'2" seated frame. Moving my blanket out of the way. Now, before we go into a deep restorative Shavasana or corpse pose, supported for like 6 or 7 minutes, there's a sequence. If you're brand new, you haven't seen it, but my friends in the Bay Area, they know it's my favorite. This is my favorite adult playing Twister on the floor sequence, but I'm just gonna move through it. And it involves, I'm sitting with my legs crossed. We're just gonna visit each pose. We're gonna drive by each one. If you can do this and you're older, 40 or 50 or 60, it's gonna do you a world of good. Sit, fold my right shin under, boop, like that. Hands behind my head, tilt my right elbow down. Again, do any variation, make something up, just fake it. Good, then I inhale up, stretch my arms up, turn to the right, relax my hands down, take a twist with my right shin folded under, left knee out to the side. Good, then I come out of the twist. This is how little kids sit underneath the Christmas tree opening up all their presents. They don't care. They're so excited. They're sitting like this. Then you lean back and you go, oh, geez, I cannot lean back at all unless you can lean back and lean back and lean back and lean back. If you can't do all of this with me now, just keep coming back. This is what my world famous drum teacher says to his millions of brand new students. Do what you can, get a little bit better every single day. There's no other way to do it. There's no shortcut. Good, come up and out, and then hands behind, lift up. Sink down. Good job. Now, I don't know where you got in that sequence, but you got somewhere. For example, say your legs are here and you're brand new, crispy in Cleveland, just desperate in Dallas. You fold your shin under and you go, oh geez, I can't even lift up both my hands. Put one hand behind your head and tilt your elbow down to the left. I'm just showing the variation. Again, squeezing the internal organs, stretching the side, opening up knee, ankle, hip. This doesn't seem like much if you're 11, but if these positions in your body are dying, we're going to resuscitate them. Of course, your elbow can come all the way down if you want. Now from here, you can just bring both paws up, get a nice turn to the right. Hands reach down, grab left hip, left ankle. This is how little kids move. Good, then you come out of this funky seated twist. Now we're squared up again, and you lean back, and everything in your nervous system says, oh God, please stop, you're going to kill me. So you lean back a little, or a little more, or a little more, or a little more. And we get our little kid youthfulness, springy, resilient thing going on again. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge you or yell at you or harangue you. I'm here to encourage and invite you to get your body to come back to life. That's very literal. Come back to life. This pose is a little clunky for me, but I've been living in this body for a while and extremely active. I drove to Yosemite today, drove all around, 6,000 feet, 6 hours in the car, ready for yoga with my friends. Found a great yoga venue. I'll tell you about it, just not now. We got to restore right now. Okay, and then we conclude the kid sequence with paws behind, extra hip lifting. Kids haven't tightened the whole front of their body. They just lift up really high. Good, then they sink down and giggle. Adults don't giggle enough. Now, dragging the leg back around. Now, my current YouTube subscription is 8 billion people. That's everybody on the planet. And you all have to lie on your back for 5 minutes, except for my friend Helga. Helga, great to see you. Thanks for joining on Thursday. Love you a lot. Helga is yoga emeritus. She's been doing yoga since a long time. She doesn't have to do Shavasana. Now, Shavasana, if you're brand new, ancient yogis said, I can dim the lights. I can put a bolster underneath my knees. I can get stuff out from behind me. I can get my blanket roll underneath my neck. I can put an eye pillow on. I can cover myself with a blanket. And we get 5 minutes of blissfulness. I have to say bliss twice because it's that good. And I'm going to do it with you because this is restorative, regenerating my cells, atoms, molecules, tissues, organs, blood, bone, flesh, brain, and body. And I'm ready. So I'm on this soft surface, knees supported, neck happily filled in, arms down by the side of my body, jiggle my various parts, get them all back where they belong, chest, shoulder blades, buns, and the pose starts now. You're now doing Shavasana with, as Carl Sagan used to say, billions and billions and billions. Seems almost too good to be true, doesn't it? You get all these precious minutes to let our body relax, regenerate, restore, heal, calm, breathe. Okay, my friends around the world, take your time. There's my voice coming back in over the airwaves. Just begin to slowly breathe back toward your skin. There's no rush. Good. Begin to feel your body weight reappear on the earth. Feel around for the perimeter, the boundary of your skin. This nice moment of blending. Now is a good time to wiggle fingers and toes, circulate soup or feel good around your body. The choice, the decision to be happy. Good. Nice deep breath back in your bod. Good. Now roll over onto your side, fetal position for a few moments. Good. Now, please keep your eyes closed when you sit up. It's just a nice way to build this reservoir, this sanctuary of peace on the inside. It becomes more and more unshakable or less and less disturbable. Good. We sit up, eyes closed. With our eyes closed, we can feel much more of that cosmic vibrational connection. Hands into our hearts. Now, a group of committed yogis around the planet, hearts, minds, bodies connected. That place where we all come together. And that's the place the great yogis call Namaste. Boy, did I need that. And I also brought my laptop with me on my trip, and it is 1 second probably from the battery dying. So I don't mean to rush you, but YouTubers, great to see you. Please like and subscribe. Hope you feel better than when you started. Check out the other 1,100 classes on Upward Spiral Yoga Yahoo channel. Great to see you guys. And, computer's still on, barely.